I also live on Greymont Circle. A couple comments about the EIR. One of the concerns that we had was the traffic analysis that was done. We had asked a number of questions of whether that traffic analysis had been done in conjunction of other activities like De La Salle. And the response recently was yes, but the conclusions were the same, which is hard to believe, right? We all know that when there is an event at De La Salle at night, that not only are the communities involved, right, parking, as well as the commercial property. There's parking on commercial property that go to those games. To say that that's not going to impact a YV event that have bordering property and they're less than a mile away, I think is kind of misleading in the EIR. Earlier there was a discussion around kind of the empirical data in an EIR cannot factor in quality of life, right? We're, I think, mostly here about quality of life. I don't think we have a problem with a Friday night event. When this program started, the plan was to have over 300 nights of events at this facility. The positive thing is that that has been reduced to 170 nights of events. Okay? You see a lot of the residents here that have concerns about that use, the amount of use. My primary concern is how will the school district, how will the school govern the use of the facilities? How do we manage that? How does it go from 170 to something higher? How do we use the facilities for school purposes versus other recreational purposes? Who gets to decide that? The other comment I have is I hope that the school district considers to provide, in giving resources to YV to understand what it's going to take to manage a nighttime event. It's probably very different than a daytime event. And I think there's going to have to be more planning and resources associated with that to avoid any issues. So hopefully all of that will be considered as part of the go, no-go decision. My primary concern is really not so much about the building of the facility, it's really the management of events at the facility, right? It's how do we properly manage the events so that the quality of life impacts aren't happening. There are many of us here, what you don't see are the dozen or so children that live within a football field of this place. So they're going to be impacted, right? Because these are nighttime events. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Goto.